After suffering through a very dry spell during the Wii and Wii U era with no main games and only 3DS games to hold it down, I bet it's been a real treat to be a Pokemon fan as of late. We're only 5 years into the Switch's lifespan and already have 10 Pokemon games. Half of them are remakes, but that's still a lot of Pokemon games to chew on. Pokemon is sadly one of the franchises I've stopped playing. It's been a few years since I gave it a fair crack at it, and now I just feel too far behind. I think I tapped out somewhere between the 3rd and 4th generation. I still recognize some of the Pokemons when I encounter them in the wild, but anything outside of those gens, or whatever has made an appearance in Smash, I just don't know. Isn't there one that's a literal garbage bag? Anyway, that doesn't mean that the series doesn't hold a very special place in my heart, for I was once a child in the early 2000s, and as a child fanboy, I consumed everything Pokemon. We had birthday parties, plush, bed sheets, clothing, toys, cards, but what we loved the most were the video games. Gather around, people, for I'm about to school you on the best Pokemon game of all time, Pokémon Puzzle League. Let's start with a little story, shall we? The year is 2000, the millennium. My birthday's approaching, and by this time we had already been playing Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color, Pokemon Stadium, and Pokemon Snap for the N64. The one game we are patiently waiting for is Pokemon Stadium 2. I get my present from my mom. She said, "I found this Pokemon game, I hope you like it." I opened the present desperately, and what I find isn't a shiny gold cartridge. It's this thing. This isn't the game I was hoping for, but I'm not going to be a brat to my mother, so I walk away with what looks like some sort of Pokemon knockoff Tetris game. I never heard of it before, nor had anyone else. As soon as the game starts, it captivates you. After a brief yet amazing intro, the game starts to play the opening cutscene, looking like an episode straight out of the show. It shows Professor Oak telling Ash he's been selected to be a challenger for the Puzzle League tournament and must make his way to his lab in the Puzzle League Village. It's just video game talk for main menu. The gameplay is simple. You want to clear blocks from your playfield by arranging them in horizontal or vertical lines of 3 or more blocks. As you're doing this, you have a stream of new blocks coming from the bottom. If your blocks touch the top of the playfield, you lose. You can momentarily stop the stream by chaining combos, which if done in any battle mode, get turned into garbage blocks and dropped onto opponents from above, forcing them to connect at least 3 blocks that are touching the garbage, transforming the garbage into normal blocks. The bigger the combo, the bigger the garbage. There are a ton of fun modes in this game. Spa mode, where you have to clear all your blocks below a blinking line. Time zone, where you have to last until the time runs out. Endless game, where you can play forever. Puzzle University, where you have to get rid of all the blocks within a certain amount of moves. And of course, multiplayer battle mode. But the campaign sets you as Ash, tasked with climbing the ranks of the Puzzle League tournament, earning trophies and badges along the way. You face familiar gym leaders from the first generation, and 2 of the Elite 4, who all become playable characters in multiplayer. There are 5 levels of difficulty to complete the campaign. You have easy, normal, hard, very hard, and super hard, each offering cheat codes to unlock trainers and even some of the difficulty levels. In multiplayer, each trainer has their own set of 3 Pokemon. You each pick one at the start of the battle. If you win, your opponent loses their chosen Pokemon. Defeat all 3 of the Pokemon and you're the winner. Who you pick doesn't change anything gameplay wise, except for maybe cosmetics and whose cry you're going to be listening to after completing the combos. When starting a 2-player battle, each player can select a level of speed, making it easy to have experienced players go against complete noobs. You will eventually find a common ground, say noob level 2, pro level 8, so you can still have a competitive match even with such disparity in levels. I think this mechanic is what brought a lot of us together around the TV and just kept passing the controllers around because it didn't matter who versus who, you could still make it interesting. And that's old school gaming, baby, just passing the controllers. I feel like this is the best part of the game, multiplayer. If you have 2 experienced players matched up, you can have long matches of them going back and forth, sending and destroying each other's garbage, but the ultimate form of dominance being sending a garbage block the size of your opponent's whole playfield. It's also scary seeing a giant block come crashing down to your battlefield. And what makes it worse are the audio cues, because like I said before, each combo gets represented with your Pokemon's cry. And after a certain amount of combos, the cry gets angrier and angrier, eventually adding echo to it. When you finally finish your combo, the sound of trumpets glare, as if royalty just rolled up in a carriage. You can also play in 3D mode, where instead of having 6 blocks across the battlefield in 2D, you now have a cylinder with 18 blocks going around. With so many blocks around, it becomes easier to drop excessive combos. I think what hooked us about the game is that it's all super satisfying and addicting. From the awesome catchy music, to the sound of blocks moving, to the roar of your own Pokemon after completing the combos. Winning a battle after sending a massive turd block to your opponent just feels so good, and losing after sending one sucks even more. I don't know what it is about this game that gets her competitive juices flowing in her family. Honestly, it could be the audio design. It's top notch. It did what every mobile game aspires to do, and it did it back in the 2000s. With it being over 20 years old now, it still holds up. Even graphically, mainly because there aren't any crazy polygon animations. They're just simple graphics of cartoony blocks moving and cutscenes straight out of the show, making it easy to transcend time. Every once in a while, I still find myself busting it out with my family just to get some rounds going. Sadly, my reaction time is slowing down, making me want to burst into tears every time I miss an easy combo. I just don't have these young whippersnapper thumbs anymore. Now, Pokemon has released other puzzle games, but none have even come close to Puzzle League in my opinion. It could be the audio design, it could be the cutesy graphics. I don't know what it is, but they just never managed to capture the magic that Puzzle League has. So let me know if you've even heard of this game before. Everybody I try to talk to has never even heard of it. And if you come across it in a garage sale or a flea market and you've never given it a shot, I say do it. For some reason it gets ignored, no one really talks about it, and is really disrespected. I take it personally because it's my favorite N64 game of all time. So please let me know, have you played it? Have you ever seen it before? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you hate it? Any and all comments down below. And if you like this video, please drop a like. And if you enjoyed these retro reviews and would like to see more, leave me a recommendation on what other retro games I should play on the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and always and forever, you do you.